Welcome students. Today we will be starting with the topic section of solids. Till previous class we have studied on projection of solids. Now we are proceeding one step further, then that it is when we cut the solid as per the given section line, how it look like. So let us proceed with the question which says that a cylinder 60 mm diameter and 90 mm long is resting on the base on HP. It is cut by a section plane perpendicular to VP, inclined at 45 degrees to HP and passing through midpoint of the axis. Draw the front view, sectional top view and true shape of the section. So before proceeding, as we have learned in the previous topics, projection of solids, before starting any problem of section of solids or projection of solids, we have to first answer the three questions, that is what to draw, where to draw and how to draw. Now by reading the question, it is given that if I want to find out answer for what, it is given that a cylinder of 60 mm diameter, that means we will draw a circle. So this is what we have to draw. Then where to draw, it is given that it is resting on base on HP. On HP means it will be starting below XY line. And how to draw, because it is a circle, it will be drawn as a circle itself. So no issues how to draw the circle. So starting with the construction part. Now one thing to keep in mind, that in section of solids nothing will be drawn dark. First we'll draw it very light, then after cutting the solids as per the given section plane, then whatever remains, that will be made dark. Okay, starting with the solution part now. So first we'll make an XY line, then a circle of, as it is given radius diameter 60 mm, so we'll have to make a circle of radius 30. So if I go with the color coding part, whatever I will draw in yellow, that will be a light part, and whatever I will draw in black, that will be the dark part. So we have drawn a circle of diameter 60 mm. Then we will divide this circle into 8 equal parts. So this is how circle is divided into 8 parts. Now we will take the projection up to make the cylinder. So projection lens again should be very light. And now on this we have to measure 90 mm, because the height is given as 90. And we'll extend these lines. I will close this. Completes the cylinder part. Now let us name these points. So if I give the names here, let us say this is point 1 along with A. This is point 2 along with point B. Then this is point 3 with C, and so on. Similar namings we will give in front view. So after drawing this basic diagram of a cylinder, that is front view and top view, now we have to see that what details are given about the section plane, and we have to section the solid accordingly. So if we read the question, it is given that it is cut by a section plane perpendicular to VP, inclined at 45 degrees to HP and passing through midpoint of the axis. Now we know that the total axis length is 90 mm, hence the midpoint will be 45. So first what I will do is I will measure 45 mm on the axis so that it will be a midpoint. So I have marked 45 mm and it is passing through 40 midpoint, that is 45 mm, and also is inclined at 45 degrees. So what I will do is I will measure 45 degrees from here now. Now this 45 degrees can be taken on right side as well as left side because it is not mentioned in the question. Now we will make a section line now. Also we have to give the name to the section line. So let us say I will give this name as AA. Now we have to make the things dark. Whatever is remaining, we will make it as dark. This part is remaining. This part is remaining. And this base is remaining. Now because it is a cylinder, we will not make this internal lines dark. It is just for the construction purpose. Yes, you can make this axis line dark. So axis line we make it as like a dot and a line. So this is a line and a dot. Now let us start giving the naming to the points which are cut by this section line. So starting with this point which is cutting the cylinder. So let us say I can give it as name as PM, because if I give PA or P1 it will create a confusion between this alphabets and this alphabet. So for a safe side I am giving it as PM. Similarly, this point has been cut by a section. So this, let us say there are 2 points D4 and F6. So I will name this as PN and O. Then here I will name it as P, Q and R, because it is also cutting C3 and G7. Then this I will name it as S and T, and this I will name it as Q. So after giving the names in the front view, I will now project it in the top view. Now this PM, point PM is on E5 edge. So we have to project it down also in the top one, E5. So E5 is this point. So this particular point will now become P5. PM is on edge E5. So this will be projected down on E5, that is this one, this point, and will be named as PM. Now similarly, this points will be projected and this will be known as P N and PO, and finally this will be named as PQ. Now after naming we have to join these points by a smooth curve. So starting, let us say, with PM, PN, PR and so on. So if you observe it, it is complete circumference of the circle. If I join all these points PM, PN, PR, PS and so on, it will be a complete circumference of the circle. So what we need to do is we need to make the circumference dark. because it is now a part of section. So this will become dark. Basically what I am doing is I am joining the points P, M, P, N, P, R, P, S and other points. The points which we got after cutting the section. Now, because this is a part of section, we have to draw section lines in this. So section lines we have to draw at 45 degrees. So at 45 degrees we need to draw section lines, because in question it is given to draw sectional top view. So we will now draw the section lines. The section line should be dark. It should be at 45 degrees. With a gap of around 2 mm, approximate 2 or 3 mm. So with this we have completed the sectional top view and the front view. The next thing which is asked is draw the true shape of the section. One thing I missed is just giving the name to this center. So let us say it is O, center as O. Yeah, so one thing which is remaining is draw the true shape of the section. So to draw true shape of the section, what we need to do is we need to make this section line, whatever we have got, as parallel to XY line. At any random point, you have to take one straight line, and then what we need to do is we need to measure this point, this length from PM to this part. We have to measure this distance from PM to PQ, that is the section line, and we have to make this line parallel to XY. So I'm starting from this point and I will cut the arc at here, and I will cut the arc here. So this becomes point PM and this becomes point PQ. So I will name it. This is point PM. Similarly, we have to measure the other points, that is PNO, PQR and PST. So I will just measure the same. So I can start with PM to PS. This is the point PS. Keeping away at PM. And making an arc here. Then measuring the distance from PM to PQ and R. Keeping at PM. This is PQR. And then finally PM to PNO. Now once we got this, what we need to do is we need to take the projectors from all these points down. Very light projectors. Projectors from all the points. Similarly, we have to take projection from this side, from the top view. So starting one by one. So projection, let us say from PR. PR, it will come here at PR. It will be here. Then we have PS and PN. So starting from this, it will be projection from this side. Then projection from this, projection from this point 8 and 6, and finally projection from 7. Now wherever they meet, wherever they intersect, that will be named as that point. For example, PM from top and PM from this side, from left, it is intersecting at this particular point, so this point will be named as PM. Now we have to join these points by a smooth curve, and it will be joined by a dark line. So after joining this, it should be a smooth curve, and then we have to again make the section lines in this. So this completes the true shape of the section. Now we have to complete this numerical or problem by giving the dimensions, which is missing now. So there are only two dimensions to be given, three dimensions, that is 60 mm diameter, 90 mm axis length, 45 degrees, and one more thing will be midpoint of the axis. So total four dimensions to be given. So I will make the dimension lines. Dimension lines should be medium dark. So this completes the solution in all respects. Hope you have understood. In next class we will solve some more problems on section of solids. Thank you.